kind of making a connection with the earth, shoulder width apart. Let's have try and make our backs flat, erect, vertical. Try and open up that channel, that space in the spine. Arms relaxed, little space between the arm and your side. Begin to slow down the breathing. Start to take some good, slow, deep belly breath. Kind of imagine breathing into the lower abdomen, into the dantian. Someone's not quite muted yet. You want to see if you can mute yourselves.
Are you recording this week?
Yep. So we're recording. We want our head upright. You can imagine that there's a string running from the crown of your head up into the sky, suspending your body. Tongue resting on the roof of your mouth, upper palate. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just getting into the moment. Just getting into the present. Starting to become aware of your body. Allowing good positive energy to come in on the in-breath. And exhaling any negative or stuck energy. Having a smile in your mind. And we can begin, now that we've settled our mind and body, begin with just a brief warm-up to wake up our muscles. We can roll our shoulders a little bit, just to tell our body that we're about to do some movements. Roll them forward, roll them backward. Just a gentle stretch and awakening here. We can hang our arms and swing them side to side, kind of like an elephant's trunk. Just opening up our sides and our hips. And we can maybe do some hip circles. Begin to loosen up our hips and our upper thighs and legs. We can change directions. Just ease into this. We can wake up our neck muscles and head muscles. We can kind of look side to side. A little gentle stretch in our neck. We can look up and down. Might get a little snap, crackle, and pop. You can tilt side to side, ear to shoulder. A gentle side to side stretch in the neck. Now we could bend over at the waist. Just kind of let the body hang. Let the weight of your head and your arms get a gentle stretch in your lower back. And slowly pull back up, stacking the vertebrae. Give you a little gentle backwards arch. We can repeat that. Come back up. We can do the hard one. We can lift one leg and rotate the ankle and simultaneously rotate your hands in some direction. If you put that one down, go to the other side, rotate the hands in the other direction, shake that out. Good. Good morning, welcome. Okay, now we'll continue to open up the spine. We can raise our hands up and just gently rotate from side to side, breathing deeply. clearing our minds of any extreme thoughts, just being in the moment, just working with our mind and our body and the energy all around us. Just getting some space in our vertebrae, just gently opening up that spine, maybe getting a little more range of motion with each rotation. You can raise your trailing heel to get a little more rotation. We can glance over the shoulder. A deer? Oh yeah. There's dogs. Is it dogs? Oh yeah, there's a deer. Yeah. A parking lot deer.
In the parking lot?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. On the right.
Yeah.
Pole.
Maybe he'll come join, or she.
I had one today outside my house, so I don't know what's going on.
A day for deer. We can lower our hands to hip level. Just imagine that you're standing in a lake or a pond, waist deep in some nice warm summer water. It's that deer. I think that deer had a fawn with it. Imagine you're standing in a pond, your fingers trailing along the surface of the water, sending gentle ripples out from you. You can imagine this motion begins in your lower abdomen, begins in the dantian, and your hips follow, and your legs follow, your upper torso follows, your arms, and your hands, and your fingertips follow last. Almost a spiral, spring-like motion. Breathing deeply. Next, we can anchor our feet on the ground. Just continue that spiraling motion. Just allowing the arms and the hands to swing freely from the shoulders, and allowing that lead hand to come up and stimulate the dantian. Just a gentle tap on the lower abdomen. The back hand is stimulating the lower back, just gently enlivening our inner organs. Breathing good energy into our organs. Good positive healing chi. And you can make any of these movements more energetic, faster, or slower, whatever suits you. And if you've got any issues with shoulders or elbows or sensitive spots on your skin, just make accommodations. We don't want anything to be painful. Okay, you can bring the leading hand up to chest level and enliven the heart center, the lungs, chest. Breathing good energy into those areas. Exhaling any negative energy, anything we no longer need. And get a little higher still, bring that leading hand up to the neck and shoulders, enlivening the neck muscles and shoulder muscles and joints and tendons and ligaments. all those wonderful inner workings. And bring that hand back down to chest level. Back down to the lower abdomen. And just unwind and come back to center. And just pause here. Just pause and notice how your body feels. Take a deep breath. Notice where it's tingling or warm. Okay. Let's walk. Let's bring a little more chi and energy into this. Let's just gently bring the arms up and swing them forward and back. Just start out nice and easy. And then if you want, you can get a little more energy. You might want to make this an energetic breath. Breathe in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. Rock up onto your toes, back on your heels. Be careful of your balance. And relax, come back to center, shake that out. Now we'll go through some tapping. We'll take our fingertips. You just bring your fingertips up to the back of your neck. Just use those fingertips to stimulate all around the back of your neck. Just envisioning good healing energy flowing from those hands through the fingertips into your neck. We can come around to the above the ears, around the ears, to the jaw, the lower jaw, out to the chin, up to the cheekbones, corners of the eyes, underneath the eyes, eyebrows, forehead. Just stimulating all these tiny little muscles. Up forehead, top of the head. And shake that out. Okay. Now, begin with some tapping, slapping. We'll slap on our hips. Come around behind the knees. Tap behind the knees. Come around to in front of the knees, just below the knees, the 3 mile point. Stimulate that. Thighs up here, we're going to run down on the insides of our legs, around the feet, up the outsides of our legs, and repeat that 3 times. Stimulating all of the inner and outer legs, thighs and ankles. Tapping, punching, just got some serious muscles up here. Do whatever feels good. You come up and work on one elbow. And again, this is another one where the areas that we're working on, pay attention. If something needs a little more time or energy or focus, send your mind there. Inner elbow, outer elbow, stimulating those joints and muscles. Up and work on the shoulder side, all around, sending good energy there. Now we'll work on this side. We'll come down the side, tapping up the side, down the inside of the arm, around the wrist, up the outside of the arm. And repeat that 3 times. Down the side, up the side, down the inside of the arm, up the outside of the arm. And we'll do the same sequence on the other side. We'll come across here, work on that elbow. If you have a particularly needful point, you got a kinky shoulder or something, spend more time there. Inside of the elbow, outside of the elbow. Work on that shoulder. Breathing deeply. Work up down the side, up the side, inside of this arm, and the outside of that arm. Repeat that 3 times. Come back and just wrap on the chest, enlivening the lungs. Breathing deeply. We're going to take a deep in breath and hold it for a little bit. Take a deep in breath, hold it, tap a little harder, and exhale. And shake that out. So let's go through our horse stance sequence. What we're going to do is this is a kind of an energetic. Horse stance is a powerful and frequently used stance. I want to say it's not dynamic. It's a static position. A static position. All right, we'll get there one way or another. So what we're going to do is take a stance, well, maybe a shoulder width and a half, a little wider stance, or if you're feeling even more energetic, you can make it a wider stance still. We want to kind of sink the weight. You don't bend over at the waist, but kind of just sink the weight straight down. So we're putting some stress and some tension in our thighs here. So this is if you haven't been practicing this, you'll get a good burn in your legs. Feel free to stand up out of this position whenever it gets to laying our hands out, kind of a T, palms face up. We're just taking a few deep breaths in this position. And we're going to rotate our palms facing down. It's the same. Try and hold that position. If you need to stand up at any time, go ahead. And we'll do the palms facing out as if we're pushing outward from our bodies. You can imagine resisting a weight pushing in toward you. And envision drawing the energy to hold the stance up from the earth. We're going to raise our arms up, keeping our palms facing up. Imagine completing that connection from the earth up through your feet and legs, right up and out here. Palms up to the sky above us. Making that connection with the energy of the universe above us and all around us. And we're going going to rotate those palms facing down and imagine raining good, positive chi, positive energy, some golden light that we've been collecting down through our crown of our head, down through our body, and sending it to wherever it needs to go in our bodies. Now we can stand up out of this and gradually walk the feet in a little bit, lower the palms, bring those hands down to midline, just settling all that chi that we've been gathering, settling it through our bodies. And we'll repeat that. We'll just bring our arms up, breathing in, coming up and around, come down the center line again, just settling that energy, smoothing it out. Yeah. Shake that out. We'll just go through. We're going to do this next movement. It's just called rolling the ball. So we're just going to resume our normal hip width stance. We're just going to bring our hands up to the low level of our waist or hips. And hold a ball. Imagine you're holding a ball in front of you. And we're going to shift the weight off to one side a little bit. And we're going to kind of have a hand above the knee and rotate the other hand up and just hold the ball off to this side. We're going to come back to center and just repeat that shift off again. We're just going to start to make this a continuous motion. Just rotate that ball from one side to the next. And see if you can coordinate your breathing with the motion, however that might work. Imagining you've got the force of that ball, rubber ball, pushing your hands, palms apart. Breathing deeply, just having a nice continuous motion. Let's do one more roll to each side. One side and the other. And then come back to center. And relax. Next movement is, I believe it's called body flowing like a river. We also call it moving the sliding door. So what we're going to do is we're going to just shift our hands facing off and shift the weight off to one side as if we're grabbing the plate of a sliding glass door. We're just going to shift that off to the other side, open it up, and then shift it back. You can also imagine kind of body and the arms forming S's like bends in a river, water flowing down through the bends of the river. And again, trying to breath. And you can make this, as with most of these movements, if you've got shoulder issues or elbow issues or hip issues, you can make this movement smaller or larger, depending on whether you're feeling energetic or dealing with a kinky muscle or joint. Just whatever feels comfortable for you. Breathing deeply into a nice, smooth, continuous flowing motion. This is another exercise where you can get in the zone. You know, allow your mind and your body and your breath all to work together simultaneously. Clear the mind and extraneous thoughts, anything we no longer need. Be in the moment. Do one more motion to each side. Back to center. Take a drink. Do Buddha flow. We're going to breathe into the dantian. We're going to take some breath up from the earth, up to the level of the lower abdomen, and compress that energy into our dantian. And the next part of the sequence is to breathe up to the heart center, up to chest level, and compress that energy. And the third part of this is to come all the way up above the head and then settle that chi down through our body. And we're going to repeat those three motions. So up to the level of the dantian and up to the heart center. Breathing up and inhaling up and exhaling down. And all the way up and all the way back down. Just try to get into a rhythm of the breath for you. It can be faster or slower. Again, let your mind focus on each of these areas. As we get to the lower abdomen, up to the heart center. Inhaling all the way up and exhaling down. Just go on your own for a few here. Relaxing the face. Breathing deeply. Do one more sequence. Let's finish this one with just one more clearing to settle that chi. Breathing in deeply as we sweep out, around, and up, and settling that chi. Exhaling, coming down. Being thankful and grateful for that positive energy. Okay. We'll rotate hips in the barrel. Our hands on our hips. We'll just pick a direction. Rotate the hips. You can imagine you're standing in a big oak. I always imagine a wine barrel for some reason. But, imagine you're standing inside this barrel and you're just using the outside of your hips to scrape around that inside of that barrel. Again, this one we're not bending at the waist particularly, we're just trying to maintain an upright position on this one. Just getting a good stretch from the hips and thighs, insides of your legs, ankles, getting a little gentle massage in the ankles and the feet. You can change directions. Might feel different. You might find one direction's easier to go than another. Pay attention to your body. You might notice an area of tightness or tension. Just notice that. Just notice that. Send some energy there. And come back to center. Shake that out. Shake out your legs. We'll do three of the 8 silken brocades. We're going to do a little sequence here. We'll do a triple heater, raising the arms to support the stomach and spleen, and finish with wagging the tail to calm heart fire. Triple heater is designed, again, the vision here is a 3-story apartment building in the wintertime. And you don't want one level of the apartment to be burning up and the other part freezing cold. You want a nice, even energy flow throughout. As we do, we want a nice, even energy level throughout our bodies. So we're just going to gather up a little energy, bring it up through our body, and about chest level, we're going to interlace our fingers and rotate the hands up. Bring that up above our heads and just bring the arms down, settling that chi all the way through the levels of our body. And just repeat. Kind of come up, out the level of the chest, interlace the fingers, bring those up over the head, and then circle them out and around and down. Just envisioning that we're bringing that chi throughout our body where it needs to go. There's enough throughout and not too much in any one given area. And if you want, you can sink down a little bit as we come down and then raise the legs up as we come up. Even come up on the toes a little bit when we reach up. Breathing deeply. Stretch the arms arms in the back. We'll do one more. Settle that in. Come back to center. Now, raising the arms to support the stomach and spleen. Just going to place it facing down, level of the lower rib. The other hand, palm facing up. We're going to lean to the side of that lower hand. We're just going to separate those palms. Imagine you're pushing a heavy weight away from each other. And when we're in a vertical position, we're going to change hands, spiraling those hands, switching hands up, rotating, leaning to the other side, and separating the palms again. So come back to center, alternate hands, lean to the other side, separate the palms. And you can imagine while we're doing this, sending good energy to our wonderful stomachs and spleens. Thanking them for all the good work they do. We might want to have an inhale as we separate the arms, and exhale as we transition them and switch sides. Getting a good stretch in the arms, opening up that chest. Getting a good stretch in the side, and back. We can do one more on each side. Come back to center. Shake that out. And that one kind of worked on our upper torso. This one's going to work a little bit lower down. This will be very energetic in our legs. Again, we're going to take a wide stance here, as wide as feels comfortable. And what we're going to do is kind of with our hands on our resting on our hips slightly. We're going to rotate off to one side, just bend at the waist, over that leg, and rotate around to the front, off to the other side, and then hands and head. Rotate up, rotate back down to that side, rotate over front to the other side, and then up. Cross it up, good for our balance, energetic in the legs, thighs, and hip area, glutes. One more bend on each side. center, walk the feet in, shake that out. Let's do one that kind of combines a little bit of both of those last exercises. We'll do turn and gaze at the moon. So what we're going to do is kind of form a circle with your arms, circle, hugging a tree, but hand down. What we'll do is kind of rotate everything off to the left. And just follow those hands, follow that with the gaze of your head and eyes. And imagine that you're gazing over this left shoulder up at the moon through our open hands here. Pause at the top of your head for a breath. Just rotate back down to center and then repeat that off to the other side. Rotate up and over, look over that right shoulder and gaze at the moon. This is energetic in the shoulders and the hips. And if you've got issues with shoulders or hips, make an accommodation here. Make the motion smaller or larger on how you feel, depending on how you feel. Get kind of a good stretch in the spine, kind of a spiral stretch there. Do one more on each side. And come back to center. Shake that out. You have to roll your shoulders. And stiffness in the shoulders. Now we'll do a simple meditative one. This is called Dan Yu. We're just going to start with the palms facing up. We're just going to raise our palms up, inhaling up to shoulder level. And rotate the palms down. And exhale, come down. Imagine drawing energy up from the earth, bringing it up to our bodies, and just settling it down, exhaling, getting rid of any negative or stuck chi or energy. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Breathing deeply, remembering throughout our days, our weeks, we can stop the wheel when we need to, when we want to. We can just take a minute to deepen your breath, clear your mind. Do one more. Next, we're going to do a sequence of dancing crane. Going to work on our feet and ankles and legs. We're just going to begin that with a little energetic one. We're going to shift our weight over to one leg and lift up the other leg and just rest it behind the other leg. You hold your arms out for a balance. This is really good for your balance. This is energetic in the ankles and lower legs and balance. And just try and take a few deep breaths here. If you need to, hang on to something or hang on to your neighbor with permission. Just breathe deeply, generating a little chi and energy flow in that leg. Take one last deep breath and place with purpose that foot down and transfer the weight. And then shake and roll that out. That leg we've been working on. Just roll that out. We're going to repeat that on the other side. We're going to shift our weight over to that other leg and just hang our other leg there and try and maintain balance over here. And if you want a real challenge, try closing your eyes. But I'm not there yet. Try to breathe deeply. Imagine energy from the earth coming up through the palm of the foot. Take one more deep breath and place that leg down with purpose. And shake that side out, roll that ankle, get a good stretch in that ankle, shake the leg. Next, we're going to give our feet a nice massage. We're going to raise up on our toes, and then come back and try to rest on your heels, raise your toes if you can. And then just repeat that back and forth. And again, if this is really good for the balance. Stumbling is good. Falling is not good. Stumbling is good exercise. We're going to kind of teach our body to adjust to its unevenness. This is good for the balance. So back and forth, up on the toes, back on the heels. The other parts of your body. Next, we're going to go side to side. I'm going to shift my weight off to my right side, placing weight on the outside of my right foot and the inside of my left foot. Just kind of getting a gentle stretch on the inside of my left leg and the outside of my right leg. And then I'm going to shift the weight off to the other side and get a stretch on the opposite portions of those legs. So we just go side to side, getting a good stretch, giving the feet a nice gentle massage. Getting a good stretch side to side in the ankles, calf muscles. And we'll put those two sets of motions together. We'll go up on the toes, off to the side, back on the heels, off to the other side, kind of rotating in one direction here. Try to go all around the feet. Just getting a good stretch. Working on that balance again. A little stumbling. Try to breathe. And on the next rotation, reverse directions. Come up, reverse directions. A couple more rotations in this direction. And next, we're going to loosen up our hips. We're going to, again, kind of place the weight on one leg. I'm going to place the weight on my left leg. And just allow the other leg to swing like a pendulum. Swing from the hip, just gently grazing the top of the grass with the bottom of your foot. And you might try to go almost, I'm trying to actually go in a little bit of a figure eight here, kind of leading with my toes. Going forward and to my left, and around to the right, almost trying to make a little figure eight. And again, this is great for the balance. Stumbling is encouraged. Just kind of loosen up. Try to the extent you can, just let that leg swing freely. It's hard. And then come back to center, and shake that out, and repeat that on the other side. Just allow that opposite leg to swing like a pendulum. Breathing deeply. Okay, and then finally we get to the dancing crane part. We're going to put it all together. So we'll start here, and the motion is we start out with that last motion, kind of legs swing back, forth. We're going to raise up our knee, and then with purpose, place that leg down, shifting the weight to the other side. That way, raising the knee, placing the weight. So try to get into a sequence of a balance that works for you as the crane dances by. And these motions are done as we are, for the best we're able to control our motions. We do each step here with purpose. One more on each side. Yeah. Shake that out. Come back to center. All right, get moving in. Okay, we'll we got 2 minutes till, so we'll finish with centering and then bamboo in the wind. So to center, we're just gonna take one palm face up, level of the non-can, lower abdomen. Sweep the other arm out and around, fingers pointing at the sky, and just come down the midline, come down the center line, just smoothing and evening out that chi, left and right, and up and down, just sending it to where it needs to go. Just breathing deeply, calming the mind and the body. Being thankful for our abilities in this beautiful, wonderful day. Remembering to go forth into our day and our week with generosity of spirit, and kindness, and a positive energy. Make the world the way you want it to be. We can do that. Remembering to be balanced. We'll do one more on each side. step the feet together. Place the hands over the lower abdomen, over the dantian. Right hand over left, representing yang energy, sometimes associated with the male. Left hand over right, representing yin energy, sometimes associated with the female side. And just close your eyes, hold the body erect, and just allow your body to rock and sway. The wonderful bodies, just allow them to go wherever they want to go, swaying like a bamboo in the wind, strong, resilient, connecting the earth and the sky. Take these wonderful feelings with you throughout the rest of your weeks.